What's up guys, this is Shona and today we are in 23 West, Taman Melawati. Let's go! A different twist today. Usually we come to Taman Melawati, we have checked out several high-rises already, but originally to the core of the address, it has always been a favorite for landed properties because of its land typology. And you can hear just now all the engine revving here and there because we are actually sitting on a hill. If you look around, there are just mountains everywhere. We are on a highland in between valleys. And the cool thing is, this is within the very mature township of Melawati. So now you have the Melawati Mall, you have the office buildings, you have the shop lot. Then this is connected via the MRR2 highway, close to the Zoo Nagara if you're a fan of animals. But in the core again, this location is very famous because it's in between KLCC and nature. Seriously, you are a junction or two away. Take the MRR2, drive into Jalan Ampang, shoot, all the way to KLCC already, and you are in the midst of mountains and the famous ridge that we have seen. This is when landed really comes to play, because a lot of people will think that I just want a landed property. No, you don't. If the location is not convenient, it's not efficient in terms of your lifestyle. But when you have a landed property, space, nature within the convenience of the city center, that's the thing we want. Anyway, coming out from Jalan Melawati, you can hear everybody is just revving up the engine uphill, then go downhill again. This is the guard house and we are the very first house next to the guard house. Okay, so this is indirectly a corner lot. That's nice. And for the frontage, I think you can easily park 4 to 5 cars, no issue at all. Within the gate, you can still park outside. Okay. Then this is a bungalow sitting on a freehold land. The land size is around 7,000 square feet. The build up is 6,009, spread across 3 stories. And because this is a collaboration with a local friend and agent, so shout out to her first, and this will be the car porch. Some history to this. Apparently this owner got this house way back. He bought this actually at 3.6 million. Now they are actually willing to let go at 3.2. And all this while this has been rented out to people ranging from 12,000 to 15,000 a month. So the opening of the car porch is 8.3 meters and the height is 2.6. You has concrete stamping for your flooring materials, and there's 3 floors, so we will go in the unit from the first floor. And I think the land size is around 50 to 80 or 100. It seems shorter, but because this is a corner lot, right, you will have all this freedom to express yourself. And personally, I have visited a few property by this exact developer in this landed product that is in between strata and individual title, because they built this before the landed strata was even established as a thing. So you can see it's all gated, there are common areas that is managed by the management, but there are certain criteria to the facade restrictions. So I think this is called a landed strata, but on title, I have not seen a title before, it's still individual title. So technically they are just following some sort of house rule to kind of control the facade. Anyone, anytime who wants to renovate the external side of the house, you need approvals from the management, which I think is great. So from the drone shot, if you look into the entire neighborhood, right, after so long, around 10 to 20 years already, the township still looks amazing, especially the trees. For the corner lot, you have this side garden here, and because of the land profile, they actually set down inside and then gives you a very nice zone for your family lah. And at the boundary, you can see that there's an anti-climb perimeter fencing. It also comes with the CCTV. What I like is, you see this is the boundary of the house, right? And that's the boundary of the land. All landscape in between your boundary and the boundary of the site, it all belongs to the management. Well, this is the main door for car. For pedestrians, then this will be the main door in. Via the side utility corner, you will have the water meter lah, your refuse lah, your electric meter lah, all things will be tucked aside here, and that just opens up the whole frontage. Then before going through the main door, there's a very weird corner here. And this room is actually a storage and somewhat a bathroom for guests. That is so weird. Anyway, you can see the front facade is generally blank because all the main spaces will be tucked at the back. Since at the back you have all the trees, you have all the openings, and from an architectural point of view, the land profiles at the back will be more dramatic. So this is just when you come in, you don't know anything, but once we walk through the front door, this will be the experience. Okay, so we are now on the first floor, that will be ground floor, looking through a void, and at the end there will be a private swimming pool. Exciting. So for a bungalow, this is like the minimum width for a door. This is 1.3 meters in width, 2.4 in height, and you have a side window here to actually allows you to peek who is at the front door before you open the door. So that's nice. And immediately when you have guests visits the house, a lot this will be the powder room. It means a toilet without the shower. Okay, and we can really identify the specs of materials used within those days. We have solid timber, full glass handrail to actually allow way more visibility across the spaces. Then you have timber handrails as well. Okay. Then in total, there will be 6 plus 1 bedroom in this setting of residence, and there will be in total 7 bathrooms. This is a small, I think, like lounge for you to host your visitors or friends, whoever, right? And this will be the very first bedroom. So as we walk into the principal bathroom, this is 4.6 meters wall-to-wall width and 3.15 meters for the height. You have solid timber floorings, you have huge windows. So this is the benefit of a bungalow where you have openings at all sides. And in terms of structure, they place the structural elements at the corner, so it's fine. Everyone likes genuine timber, right? When it's not used or maintained good enough, they are just easily damaged. They either warp or they deform or they decolorize or just dry up, because they are actually living things. You need to really oil them, polish them, take care of them. Personally, I would just go for laminated timber floorings. Yeah, because you have extreme heat, then or aircon, extreme heat, then aircon. So this will be where you put your bed, then you will have a TV wall here, then walking in, this is a walk-in wardrobe. It's like a boutique by itself. This is where your wife will have all the clothing here, okay, and again another window at the side profile. Just because this is a corner unit, you will not have an overlooking issue, or you don't have to look into the neighbours. That's the benefit, but this one is closer to the road. That's why there will be traffic noise every now and then that you will need to go through. And something about this kind of facade treatments, right? It looks cool from the outside, don't get me wrong, right? But this is like perfect housing for pigeons. You just come here and rest and chill. Next to that, this will be the principal bathroom, and we can see a bathtub and a for him for her basin combined. I guess these are all given by the developer original state, so you can really tell the exact same usage of stone finishes across the wall and the floor. This will be the shower area. Doors also need to fix. Going out, this is they call it the sexy bath. This is where you can shower while enjoying the view. I'm not too sure whether how permanent is this site going to be, because if you look at the surrounding, a lot of high rises are actually popping out around this address, because everybody wants a piece of the view, a piece of the convenience to the KLCC, a piece of the connectivity to the lifestyle. Everybody just want to come here. On the other side of the bathroom, then this will be the toilet, right? Where you have your WC, and this will be looking outwards as well. Then birds will be looking at you lah. Anyway, this window will be fixed. It's not openable. They will have another one extra here for ventilation purposes. Upstairs then will be the private spaces, downstairs will be the open spaces, so all guests, once you come in, please go downstairs first. And as the master of the house, I can just overlook and let's see who's within the party. Okay, let's go check out the private one first. Going upstairs, this is a 1.3 meters wide staircase, timber flooring, very bright as you have the window. By standing at the staircase, you will observe several things. Opening, 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 opening in all directions. But one thing I will change definitely will be the timber railings. So I will actually use glass, easier maintenance. Then it will make the space look even bigger. Yeah, it's just a huge block of visual obstacle. Right, anyway, this is the family hall. Wall to wall is 5.2 meters. And the ceiling is nice. It just extends all the way to the roof profile. You can see the roof profile like that, right? And that will be the service alley. This is where you go up to your water tank area and service the roof or whatsoever. Okay. Then you will have a small little corner here, again for your reading corner or homework corner for the kids or baby's room or whatsoever. Next to this family hall, there will be 2 bedrooms on this end, and they are quite identical in terms of size and opening. Okay. They all share the same flooring materials, wall materials, plaster and paint. Right. Then the ceiling profile, they also follow through the roof. All of them are ensuite, along with huge windows on 2 sides, and that connects us to the ensuite bathroom. You have the usual full height wall tiles, but these all needs cleaning, if not replacing. And there's this thing when you come to landed properties, right? Every time when they do sub-sales, they will replace all the sanitary wares. Almost the whole house they will rebuild. So that is part of the cost of landed properties. Second room, similar treatments, right? And I think I'm wrong. The one downstairs is junior suite. This is the master suite. Anyway, this is 7.7 meters in length, 4.5 meters in width, and the height is right to the rooftop, which is around 3.3 meters. This is definitely the master suite. Wow! And you have 2 sides of window, just as usual, but this one, because of the elevation, you are 1 story higher. This side you have the overlooking from the neighbor side, so this side usually will be enclosed, but this window, look at this, right? So you are right at the level of the foliage. Then you look at the far end, those will be the ridge. Wow. Because of this extreme heat, right, you can see the wood all needs to be replaced, unfortunately. Next to this room there, this will be the walk-in wardrobe. That's when we thought the one just now was big, but this is huge. And welcome to the master bath. Woo-hoo. So separated by a glass sliding door, then you have this master bathroom. And it's amazingly big. The wall-to-wall width is 3.9 meters. Along with the 3 meter ceiling height, this is slightly shorter than the one in the bedroom because you have all the utility. You have a bathtub here. I've always wondered, right? During holidays, owners of such residents, where do they go? And how would they live? Because this is as good as a villa already. And this transparent treatments is pretty peculiar. Like at that time of launching, I think this was a very bold move, where it just really extends up the entire bathroom experience up to the boundary of the walk-in wardrobe. So here you have a for him, for her. You can have for him, for her, for children some more. It's so long. Then you have a shower area and the WC separated, looking over nature. But as discussed, then this might not be forever. Don't know, not so sure. But for now, it's after the private floor. Now let's go to the party floor where it's open for public. This will be the lowest floor of the house, and I guess this will be the dining hall. So here you have the crazy width of 4.7 meters, the double volume ceiling height, and it just connects between the first floor and the ground floor together to have this dynamic of spatial experience. And if you just imagine this is where people dine, this will be like a 8 to 10 people dining space, along with a breakfast counter. And if you were to dress up the site, for example, if this is the water feature with koi, right, or if it's just a little garden that is like a patio, I'm not too sure. Yeah, you see, like if there's a water feature there, and when you open up, it's cross ventilation, it's natural daylight, really just gives you a very nice experience. And it's connected to 3 spaces. There's a ground floor bedroom here. I guess this is the guest room. And for the families at this wealth category, they would want guests to actually stay with them, because if they were to have events or functions at their own place, it would be way more convenient to just stay within the same house. And they also come with their own ensuite bathroom as well. And this one gets direct connection to the garden if you want to. Nice. For the rest of the guests, there will still be a guest bathroom here for everyone to use, and this is connected to the kitchen as well. So this will be the kitchen space, and this will be the official living space. What's crazy is this overlooks into a private swimming pool. And you can almost imagine the lifestyle that you'll be having. You have a timber deck system here that clearly needs maintenance or replacement work. But I like the ceiling height that is not extravagant. This is a very nice overhang here, where it's a nice height of 2.6 meters. It gives a very humble humility feeling to the users. Because what you don't want is the height that is too high, right? There's no point in, it's not shading, it's not protecting the space from rain. Then what for? And when this is done up, the water level is just nice here. It just softens up the entire residence. You have organic elements all around. Not only on this portion, on the side profile, there's also a lot of space for expression. You can dress it up like that to increase the privacy level between neighbors. And from the ground floor, there's a direct access downward. So guests can just come in during parties and straight away to the action. And this is where you have this element called the outdoor-indoor relationship. So they want to really put them as close as possible. That's why you have a lot of openings on this level. Plus it's shaded, and there's this long overhang, right, to shade everything. So on normal days, this will all be open and wind will just penetrate through the whole house. And just by hanging out here a little bit, the surrounding is like bug sound, forest sound, and birds chirping. Every now and then you will see like exotic birds because they actually flew over from Zoo Negara. Isn't this just like magnificent as a background to your breakfast? And this is without the water just yet. Anyway, next to this will be kind of like an outdoor area, preparation area, because this will be the massive kitchen. And if they have parties all the time, there'll be caterers here. This will be where the food will be served. Only after visiting several houses of such and speaking to several owners, right, you will truly understand the lifestyle requirements to be at such an elite level. Where a residence is not purely just for residents, it's a house to portray their success, it's a house to host friends, business friends, families, and etc. And that actually explains the scale of this exorbitant kitchen. So you have the preparation table, you will have the side table all the way. But one thing to notice here, I like, although there are crackings here, The lamination, the quartz finishes did not age that bad. So it really withstand time and look at the amount of openings. Okay, so you have the oven here, and this will be more storage space along with the fridge, and then this connects to the yard space where there will be all the cleaning done. Right through the yard space, then automatically this will be the rest area for the helper, right? And this will be the bathroom for her. You still have a small little yard for privacy purposes, so you can just relax and chill here. Just a perfect nice spot for a little kid to run around. As we observe the facade, right, you can see the amount of openings are just insane, but it's also thought through along with the shading devices. So you can see that the windows are actually shaded by these linear profiles here, and it overstands a lot to provide sun shading, also to prevent rain. Then for the hideous stuff such as the aircon compressors and all, they actually have these perforated panels to hide through them, and they interplay a little bit to create that facade language. Then for private spaces, they use small window. For openings, they use big sliding windows. Again, workspaces, private small windows. Kitchen, open space, huge windows again. So these are the general architectural languages. And I like it that it's strata living, or at least I assume it is. It just preserves the original intent of the architect. So it really works through time, and it's practical. Just like all of their other landed properties, I really like this one as well. And it's not up to customization. This will withstand through time. Nice. And I guess that's all for this amazing house. It's definitely been a while since we last checked out a landed property, and what a way to restart that. Amazing. Anyway, let's go down to Transtick 3 on 3. The first thing I like would be the setting that this particular unit has, where it's in between several very important elements. Number one will be the connectivity to the city. It's just right a branch out of MRR2, where it's really connected to the city centre, such as Wangsa Maju, and you can reach KLCC very easily. In the meantime, you're also very connected to amenities, where you have the Melawati master plan. There's the Melawati Mall and just countless of shop offices. There is where you can have food, you can have grocer, barber, tertiary education as well. You also have a corporate office there as well. Plus, along the way, you have a lot of government schools, so that just shows the maturity of the township. And the most important part that I think no other locations will have will be the ridge as the background. So on the way upwards, it's an uphill drive. And when you drive, you'll just go through a series of trees and foliage before you reach home. The air here will also be different. Imagine during rainy days, right? Oof, it's just going to feel so nice. And that leads to the second thing, the architecture of this house. So I separate it into two things in terms of spatial quality and facade design. So great architecture to me is a house that actually responds to site. So this is a bungalow. So you have the facility of having openings at all sides of the residence. At the front, they actually put it more enclosed because the highlight is actually at the back. So you have a side that's all covered with trees. I'm not too sure is it a jungle, but why it's still a jungle, that's a mystery right now. But if you look at the spatial arrangement, this is a semi-private where guests will usually come in here first. On the first floor, it will be where the junior suites is. Then on the second floor will be all the private spaces. There will be all the bedroom, including the principal bedroom as well. And first time we see the scale and experience of a 3.6 million principal bedroom and bathroom, which is already bigger than the office that we are in. Then all the fun stuff, all the action when you have parties, gatherings and all will be downstairs, and it just highlighted and celebrated using openings and the double height. So the dining space will be across this double height, the glazings are also double height, then a full opening to the swimming pool, the extensive kitchen, all placed behind. That will be the main zone of action. Then a bit more private spaces will be at the fringe at the side, and all that correlates to the nature right behind. time. So the gatherings can be conducted in a very private setting. That's very, very nice. Then the other portion of the design will be the facade itself. So you have the sun shading devices, you will have the perforated panels for privacy, and you use that to create the language along with the roofing profile. So across time, when we look into the overall Taman as a whole, it's amazing. Last but not least, this is the price you pay to be in a private setting within a very private location and address. So in this township, I think there's like 45, 46 units only, and you can see distance from house to house is very far, distance from Taman to Taman is very far, and you have all this well-being around the city center. So this is the definition of a landed house that I would prefer. If not, I can get similar profile and it will be 1/3 the price if this is within a further away location, but this is still within KL, Kuala Lumpur city center. Well, I think maybe Klang Valley lah. Yeah, I think, not too sure. But you get my point. So I always encourage a lot of people to live in the high-rise first for convenience, because you ultimately want to save time. Time is the ultimate resource. But if you can really afford, this is the landed that we all should strive for, not the landed that is far, far away. Yeah. So the three things I don't like, number one will be the micro setting. First thing is immediately next to the security guard. Some see it as a good thing, but to me I don't like it, because every car that pass by I will know. And at this level, most of the car will be sports car. Then boom, 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 and that connects to the uphill drive, and this is where everybody just accelerate. So there'll be noise pollution as this is at the corner, and this is also very close to the nature elements. As serene, as fresh as the air can be. You will have birds, you will have monkeys every now and then. Mosquito, it's a pain. So I've been bitten left, right, center many times already. So that's the side effect of living very close to nature lah. Nature come to you lor. The second thing will be price point. So as mentioned just now, during launch it was 3.6. Now this owner is willing to let go at 3.2. That shows and proves the theory of not all properties make money. But even if the new owner comes in at 3.2 million, you need, I think, really the difference, 400 to 500,000 to refurbish the entire house. So it's going to be really, really costly, and it's not as easy to let go. So as fresh investors like us, we need to learn really, like, unless we are really within the category of wealth, then only we can play this game. If not, right, you use your entire life saving to put into a resident, 10-15 years later, right, prices didn't go up. Yeah, although you have that balance between nature, that balance between connectivity, amenities, distance to KLCC, whatsoever, that is so perfect, right, along with birds chirping sound, again, it doesn't increase price. So again, not all properties increase price, unfortunately. And last of all, development will find its way through every corner when there is demand, especially when we are in KL. So now, because high-end properties like this is going to cost too much beyond affordability, how many people that walks around, right, can afford a 3.6 million house? Very rare, right? So the way to go over that is to build high-rise, as we can see from the surrounding. High-rises are plotting out around this location, and that will actually just congest up the existing infrastructure. There is a very small road in and out. So within this site, we can see several construction sites ongoing already, and that might be a concern. So it's no longer as private, it's no longer as exclusive anymore. Just something to take note, right? And I guess that's all for this round. Regardless whatever I just said, right, this is a dream to live in. I would be lucky, considering all my efforts, within the next 10-15 years, when I'm 50, I'm able to afford such a residence. Pretty much I made it in life already. So this is the category where everyone should really strive for. So it's really amazing for us to check out the lifestyle and the house of this level and category. So inspiring. But anyway, shout out to Vance for actually showing us this residence. Thank you so much. If not, it's pretty much very difficult to get access to private residence like this. Cool, right? I guess that's all for this one. If you really like this episode, like it, share it, even subscribe for more information like this. Until next time, this is Sean Tan. Mosquito biting me like crazy already. Bye.